Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking that play.
Well, that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Bean. Makes the catch. Continues to fight for yards. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The give to the tailback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Nice pitch and catch between the quarterback and fullback. When the defense gives up one to the fullback, it's like somebody stepped on their face with a hobnail boot and broke their nose.
Yeah, and you think fullback, you think block, you think go meet him at the point of attack and hit him, and then all of a sudden he slips by you, or a little deception, nice little play action to give him the throw and give him the first down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Holds and fires complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the air, it's Bean. It's caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
With the run on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Cougars. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds his man. It's back. Turning it on. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they give him enough for the first. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback may change this route. Extending the play. Looking for his man in the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tiger! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It's stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's just, it's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They want to run it left here. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread.
Breaks into the open. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Might be changing the route. Quick release by the QB. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Clemson!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance. Turn here, they'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running to the left. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Bean. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Clemson. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Running to Green. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also...
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Past the 30. Smashes ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I mean, what a huge gain for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through. And then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
They'll run play action. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Grab near the marker. It's Spears. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Hits the open man. Turning it on. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He caught it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. One more snap coming before halftime.
Here we go. Tuna.
Finds his big tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
BYU 14.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires left. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
They're working that left side. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. He has been surgical. Precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Bean. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 31 over Boise State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Bean. Unloads to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
On the set.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Gets it out quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Using the quick game. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Got his man quickly. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. Despite coming up short on the previous 2 4th down attempts, this offense will try it here again. On the move, he fires. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking up the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
That's caught. It's Spears. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the back. Got his man. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some field goal. On the other side, well, they're just taking that right to the face.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this. At their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. And the ball is free on the pitch.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. Rides to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Moves.
using his feet. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Bean. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield. It's Bean. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking down the middle. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. There
he goes. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Complete to the left. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He might want another play. Back to throw. It's Addison. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Makes the grab on the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I got to say,